Hello students, this is Ujjwala Bhandiwad, lecturer, Department of Computer Science from KLS Gogte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belagavi. In today's class, let us learn about the forms. In HTML, form is a document which stores information of a user on a web server using interactive controls. The form tag is used to create a HTML form. HTML form includes various elements. They are text field, checkbox, radio buttons, submit buttons, text area, etc. Forms are used to take the user input in a correct manner and put those data in a database at the back end. Let us consider the first element in HTML form is text field. To understand text field, let us consider this example. Here, the form tag begins with the tag form. Username is the label. After the username, we have used input type tag. Here, input type indicates we are using text field. The name of the text field is username. Second text field is email ID. Hence, input type is text, name is email ID. Finally, we have a submit button. After that, we are closing the form and we are closing HTML tag. Here, text fields are one-line areas that allow the user to input the text. The difference between text field and text area is text field allows only a single line to enter the data, whereas text area allows multiple lines to be entered by the user. The radio button and the submit button perform different functions. The submit button here in this example is used to submit the form. Here, the name of the submit button specifies that text shown on the button. When we execute this program in any browser, then the output appears like this. Here we can see the text box with only single line, whereas submit button, if we click on a button, then the form will be submitted. Let us consider one more example in forms. Radio button allows the user to choose only one option at a time, whereas the submit button earlier is used to submit the form. In this example, we will have two radio buttons. First radio button name is gender. Second radio button name is again a gender, but ID is different. In this radio button, we have used one more option, that is label. When we execute this program in any browser, we can see the output as shown here. Here, either male option or the female option will be chosen. Now, let us understand the new concept, that is web hosting. Web hosting means hosting a web server application on a computer system through which electronic content on the internet is available to any web browser. There are 4 different types of web hosting. First one is free hosting. Free hosting means it offers to host web pages for no cost. Second one is virtual or shared hosting. It is a method of hosting multiple domain names on a single server. Third one is dedicated hosting. Here, the company wishing to go online rents an entire web server. Fourth one is co-location hosting. It is a type of service a data center offers in which it provides housing for servers. Now, let us understand the new language, that is XML. XML is a extended markup language for documents containing structured information. It has several features. First feature is the XML tags identify the data rather than specify how to display it. XML tags are not predefined like HTML tags. Third, XML tag is extendable, means most XML applications will work as expected even if the new data is added or removed. Fourth feature is XML provides software and hardware independent way of storing, transporting and sharing the data. Fifth feature is XML makes it easier to upgrade to a new operating system or new applications without losing the original data. After learning XML, let us introduce one more new language, that is DHTML. Dynamic Hypertext Markup Language refers to the web content that changes each time it is viewed. It has several features. First feature is it makes a web page dynamic and it is used to create animations, games, etc. Second feature is it uses CSS, means cascading style sheets. Also, it uses dynamic fonts. After understanding HTML, XML, DHTML. Briefly understand the next concept, web scripting. Web scripting is a process of creating and including scripts in a web page. The programming languages in which the scripts are written is known as scripting languages. For example, VB Script, JavaScript, Java Server Pages, ASP, PHP, etc. All these are examples for scripting languages. Basically, there are two types of scripts. First one is client-side script. These scripts are downloaded at the client end and executed by the browser. Whereas second one, that is server-side script, it carry out the task at a server side and then send the result to the client end. So, web scripting means the process of creating and including the scripts in a web page is known as web scripting. To understand or to learn web scripting, we have specific languages like VB Script, JavaScript, JSP, ASP and PHP, etc. The script are classified into two categories. First one is client-side script. Second one is server-side script. At the end, let us have few questions and answers. First question is, what will be the extension of hypertext markup language file? As we have learnt HTML, once we create the HTML file in the notepad, we should save the file with the file name ending with the extension .html. So, the answer is .html. Second question, what do you mean by hosting? Here, question is, what do you mean by hosting? Means web hosting. Web hosting means hosting web server application on a computer through which electronic content on the internet is available to any web browser. Third question, what is XML? Here, question is what is XML means we have to write the definition. XML is extended markup language for documents containing structured information. Fourth question, give the types of web scripting. Web scripts are classified into two types. First one is client-side script and second one is server-side script. As we learned, Client-side scripts are downloaded at the client end and executed by the browser, whereas server-side scripts carry out the task at the server side and send the result to the client end. Final question. Expand DHTML. DHTML stands for Dynamic Hypertext Markup Language. Here it is written as transfer protocol, which is wrong. So, Dynamic Hypertext Markup Language, where the web content changes each time it is viewed. So, HTML contents are not changed, it is static in nature, whereas the contents of DHTML changes each time it is viewed. Hence, this DHTML is used to create animations, games, etc. because it uses cascading style sheets as well as dynamic fonts. So, in the next class, again we continue with the next concept in HTML. Thank you.